The MPAC, or Massachusetts Police Accreditation Commission, establishes standards to follow for police agencies in the Commonwealth. The standards range from making sure the facility is up to fire code to making sure police reports are completed and stored correctly. There are a lot of benefits that come with being accredited for both citizens and police agencies. We went to Duxbury to meet the Chief of Police, who's also the president of MPAC, to learn more.
It's no secret that police agencies across the country have been under intense scrutiny lately. Here in Duxbury, the town's police chief is a believer in transparency and is the president of the Massachusetts Police Accreditation Commission.
The Mass Police Accreditation Commission initially was a state agency. Governor Weld, back in '96, signed an executive order creating it under the Executive Office of Public Safety. The commission in 2004 was the victim of budget cuts, and a number of police executives here in Massachusetts at that point reformed the organization as a professional organization, a nonprofit.
The accreditation process consists of two major components. The police agency must first establish professional standards to meet, and then allow for a voluntary assessment process. When the agency meets the standards considered best practices, they can be publicly recognized. There's two levels in the accreditation process: certification and accreditation.
Mainly we follow the lead of the National Accreditation Commission, CALEA, which is the Commission on the Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies. They publish a standards manual on a national basis, and they issue revisions from time to time.
What does it take to become accredited, you ask? The police agency must meet 257 standards and a percentage of the optional 125 standards, based on the size of the agency. The agency must also achieve certification before becoming accredited by meeting 159 mandatory standards.
As the local police chief here in Duxbury, we speak about the environment of policing over the last few years. It's been very tough. Lots of challenges, lots of questions. And frankly, this is the only means that I see available to me as the police chief to assure my community that their local police department is in tune with following the national standards, the best practices in law enforcement, and that we're inviting people in on a recurring basis to come in and to test us to ensure that we're in compliance with that. I think that residents deserve that.
What the assessors do, they review the policies. There are checklists that are set forth as assessment checklists by the commission. Not only do they just make sure that the agency actually has the policy, they want to make sure they're actually following through. They need to show proof that they're actually putting these into practice. Usually on average, you would get 3 assessors, and they would take about 3 days to complete the whole process. The assessors themselves are actually from different agencies within the state, and themselves, they're actually going through the same process. So as you can see, it's the best police practices among their peers. We just forward our recommendation to the commission as far as whether we believe that the agency actually passed the assessment. It is totally up to them as far as to review those.
There are 211 agencies in the program between municipal departments and academic departments. 75 agencies have become accredited, and Duxbury is one of them.
So at the department level, we have monthly meetings to review 10 to 15 policies every month.
The Duxbury Police review department policies frequently to make sure they are compliant with the accreditation standards and are ready to be assessed every 3 years. Reporting in Duxbury for PCN, I'm Walter Cicchetti.